I think those are like the scariest moments, those attacks when you get them. It's like they just tell you to breathe, but it's like I'm trying to, but I can't, those are the scariest moments.
We have the best beaches in the county, perhaps in the region. They're wide, they're uncluttered, except with a couple of power plants.
My apartment building is right there, and as you can see, the power plant is pretty much across the street. My family of 5, 3 of us now have asthma. My friends, a lot, I'd say a third of them have asthma. So yeah, it's very spread in my community. A lot of people have it.
Oxnard is part of a legacy across this country and across the world, where the most disadvantaged communities and communities of color tend to live near the most polluting sites because they know that those are the communities that are least likely to have the power to stop it.
If they try to do this in Malibu, we'd probably be like, no, but Oxnard, that we could do it, because people won't stand up, they don't speak the language, they don't know how, they're scared, they're undocumented.
So no wonder when we look at the asthma statistics, this particular community is in the 90th percentile of asthma rate in California. That is in the top 10% of the worst asthma rate.
I know me personally, when I moved away from living close to the power plants, my asthma stopped. It was non-existent. I didn't have to use my inhaler for a couple of years. And then I came back, and now I have to use it for 2-3 weeks consecutively a month because I keep getting sick.
These power plants emit a lot of carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, methane, ozone, all the byproducts of combustion with respect to a natural gas-fired power plant are in the air around these facilities.
A gas-fired power plant is not as bad as a coal power plant, but it's like asking if you want lead or arsenic in your children's water. Either way, it's burning fossil fuels that's putting out emissions into the lungs of kids in the community around.
I would definitely disagree that natural gas is a major contributor to air quality in Ventura area. In fact, I would say that the air quality in Oxnard in general is actually better than a lot of places within California, and that's verified. This is, I think, why it's so important to speak with the air district themselves.
Two of the 3 power plants are going to be phased out in the next few years. And in its place, there's going to be a new power plant proposal, the Pointe power plant.
I'm strongly against it. No, it shouldn't even be up for discussion. We do not need another one.
If the question is, what if Pointe is being built here to benefit this area? The answer is absolutely yes, because the main need for Pointe is for local, reliable electricity here in the event of a natural disaster and emergency.
There's a real question about the need. So I don't buy that at all. Our council unanimously, with lots of community pressure and support, said no.
You've got every avenue of this community's elected representatives to speak out against it through a democratic process, saying we don't want this here. And yet unelected state commissions and energy companies are continuing to steamroll this project through despite community opposition.
We have presented tremendous evidence on many grounds of why they should not approve this project. Environmental justice, sea level rise, endangered species, lack of need. It's time for another solution, either somewhere else or let's get a new technology.
My question is there a better way? If we don't actually have fossil fuels exposure for the citizen living in Oxnard, wouldn't that be better?
The thing that stands out in this county, in the entire Ventura County, is that about 75% of the land use area is agriculture and open space.
The issues of pesticides is that some of these things can be injurious not just to the lungs, but also when it's absorbed through the skin. It can be injurious to nerve systems, to your cardiovascular systems, and so on.
These are things we have to be careful about. This is poison. It kills organic life. We're organic life.
It started because I was running track. I was like, oh, it smells really bad, but who cares? Let's go. The pesticides being sprayed, but it's none of my business. Let's go. And having that deficiency in my lungs makes a big difference, because sometimes I'm just skating and I'll just start wheezing, and then I have to stop and I have to get my inhaler.
When you have a high school that's surrounded by crops and things that are being, fumigated with, in some cases, known carcinogens, and those things happen routinely during the school year, that's problematic, and that's what we have in Oxnard.
I think anyone who breathes in Oxnard, anybody who runs in Oxnard, anybody who walks in Oxnard, they're pretty much guaranteed to be at harm's way.
Right now, what we're going through right now, we're raising our voice for our parents who haven't been able to raise their voice, who are too scared to raise their voice. But I fight not for me, but for my mom, who raised 3 kids on her own, and that's who I'm fighting for. Our parents crossed the border, lost family members on the way here, and they do it for us. And if we're gonna fight for anybody, it's gonna be for them, and we're gonna make a difference.